Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sentinel Sports Extra Cavs playoff pregame report. It's game one of the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Cavs, the number one seed, will be taking on the Indiana Pacers, who are the fourth seed. And, it looks like it should be a good matchup. I don't think the Cavs will sweep this series 4-0 the way they did against the hapless Miami Heat. But I think that this series will be closer. I'm not going to give a prediction what I think, how many games to whatever it will be. But I will say that I think the Cavs will win the series. The Cavs were, a lot of people are saying, well, the Pacers, Pacers beat the Cavs during the regular season. Well, yeah, they did. They beat them 3 times in the regular season. And those 3 games, the Cavs were never fully healthy. And you might say, well, they're not now because Garland's injured. But you know what? Garland's questionable today. And if I was a betting man, I'm going to bet at 3:29 Eastern time that Darius Garland's going to play. And even if Darius Garland doesn't play, they will still have more players than they had in any of the 3 wins the Pacers had during the season. On January 12th, there was no Ty Jerome, and DeAndre Hunter was not on the Cavs yet. On April 10th, no Garland, no Mitchell, no Mobley, no Strus. On April 13th, no Garland, no Mitchell, Mobley didn't play, Strus didn't play, Hunter didn't play, Jerome didn't play, and Jared Allen played for 41 seconds. And it took to a second overtime for the Pacers to win that game. Okay? So don't tell me that, the Pacers won in the regular season. Yeah, I also remember when the Cavs back in the 80s were 4-0 against the Bulls in the regular season, and they lost in the first round of the Bulls 4-1. So don't give me this crap. I think that the Cavs are a better team. They're deeper. They've got the deepest bench in the National Basketball Association. So I think they're going to beat the Pacers in this series. Will it be more difficult than the series against defenseless Tyler Heroes Heat? Yeah, it will be. But the Cavs should win this game and this series. I think the teams have met 3 different times in the playoffs in their history. The last time the Cavaliers knocked out the Pacers in round 1 in 2018. In 2017, the Cavs swept the Pacers. The year after they won the championship, the Cavs, they swept the Pacers the next year. And then in 1998, the Pacers, with Reggie Miller, beat the Cavaliers 3-1 back when Mike Fratello was the coach and the Cavs couldn't get past the first round. I love Mike Fratello. He's a good guy, nice person, great, really good coach. But those Cavs teams couldn't get past the first round. And they lost 3-1 in the Pacers in that first round. There's not much of an injury report today. I'm going to try to look here real quick, look it up and see if the injury report, the 3:30 injury report is out. I'm sure it is. And let's see if there's been any updates with Darius Garland. On the 2:30 report, which is still the only report out, the 3:30 has not come down yet. The 3:30 report has not yet come down. We'll try to wait a couple minutes here. But on the 2:30 report, Isaiah Jackson is out for the Pacers. And these are very short reports, which I love. And the Cavaliers, Darius Garland is questionable. And Kenny Atkinson said yesterday that Garland's going to deal with this for the rest of the playoffs this year. It's, a toe injury. If you ever stubbed your toe or hit your toe, it hurts really bad. So it's more of a pain management thing, I think, with Garland. Um, he's practiced some, so we'll see what happens, and let's see if there's a new injury report. It's 3:30, but we haven't got the 3:30 injury report, so we're just going to go with he's questionable right now. Hopefully he plays, but like I said, the Cavs were, you know, Mitchell didn't play in any of the games that the Pacers won. Let's just say that. Okay. Um, and Max Strus didn't play in any of the games that um, well, okay, Mitchell did play the January 12th game, but they were without Ty Jerome. And at that point, being without Ty Jerome is huge. Ty Jerome means more to this team than a lot of people still think and ever thought. I was dead wrong on Ty Jerome. At the beginning of the year, I thought he was not going to be, it wasn't going to matter. I didn't think it was going to matter. I was so far off on that. But we found out what Ty Jerome means. He only played in one of the three games where the Pacers won. But like I said, in the first game, January 12th, he didn't play, and they didn't have DeAndre Hunter yet. So, and Hunter only played in one of the three. So come on. If you really think that the Pacers, because they won 3 regular season games and barely won 2 of them, all right, and had to win in overtime against the Cavs bench, I'm going to question your knowledge. I'm going to question your knowledge. But we're still waiting on that 3:30 report. It would be great if we could get that before we go off here. I'm going to try one more time, see if the 3:30 injury report has come through. Let's take a look here. It must be still in the process of updating it because it has not come through yet. It has not come through. So like I said, we're just going to go with questionable for Darius Garland. Hopefully he plays. If he doesn't play, I think the Cavs are still the better team, and they're at home. So we'll talk to you after the game.